Hello everyone, welcome back. In this tutorial I will show you how to do Solid Revolve tool in Revit. This is based on creating an axis and then basically you do a sweep around the circle. As you can see in this short let's say video, that you create a profile that is swept around that axis and then you create an object, which is pretty neat. So I guess I can create a model line or something, and then I can create that revolve. So I will create, let's say, the axis line, and I will have to, let's say, pick a plane, and let's say I have this previous project, but I can create, let's say, another object, and I can do something like this: component, model in place, generic model. Let's find in here. It doesn't matter if you choose something else, but in my case I will choose generic models like this. I have this thing. I do an extrusion, let's say, or let's say I do an extrusion, supposing we don't have the objects behind this, and I can extrude this or something like that, and then I can create revolved and set a work plane for the axis line. So you have create revolve, you click revolve, and you have this option. When you select axis line, set, pick a plane. I pick this plane for the axis line, and I can pick, for example, this edge, and I have this edge selected. Alternatively, you can create a reference planes by clicking RP, and you are in a plan, and you basically draw it like a wall, and then you select that reference plane and do the thing that I did here. But in my case I have the axis line, and now I can create a boundary line, and let's draw the shape. Let's say I want to have something like a vase. It will be a giant vase. I have this giant window, but let's say I want to do a vase. I will exaggerate with doing the vase, or I can do a column and it will look just as good. Let me see. Oh, so I'm in this plane, so make sure that you're in the right plane. So that's how the profile does look like, and it's not quite ideal. Let's say I want to do a column. I think that would be the alternative for the column created in the previous tutorial. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. So let's say I want to create an architectural column with that archy, let's say, form, and I draw some other lines, and I think it also has to match this. Okay, so you have to make a continuous profile for that the axis line completes this pink line, and it's just okay. And make sure to match all the lines. And now I have, as you can see, I have this column, and I think yeah, fortunately you can move that column only onto the let's say onto the reference plane you worked on. But the good thing is that you can select this and pick a new host, and based on this one I think you can choose other host for this, but I will let it as is. Oh, it actually let me choose, which is great. Let's go to the top, and I hope that I can move. No, pick new face. Okay, it places weirdly. Okay, it seems that this was created on a reference plane, and I cannot escape the reference plane, so I have to accept the situation and let it as is. I guess I will delete this, and let me see if I can move it wherever I want. Oh yeah, I actually can move it wherever I want this column, which is great news. And let me check if I can place it wherever I want. I thought I could place on the base. That's a pity. I can only place on a vertical plane, but whatever, I can leave it as is. Who cares? So yeah, I have this column and I can play around with it, and I'm pretty happy. So that's how it works. Let, let, let me think about other applications other than columns. So I said that you can create some sort of vase. Let me check. So I have this shape. I think generally you do some wheel kind of designs or axles, or I don't know, rather in product design. I don't even know. Let's see. Let's say I have this profile, one larger, one smaller, and yeah, so I have this sort of asymmetric dumbbell on the looking on a, let's say, very vertical, let's say. And yeah, I have something. You can play around with these settings. So the essence is that you have a contour, and this contour is basically revolving around that axis, and you can do a bunch of stuff. You have this, or I can have, let's do the vase. I think that would be the best application for some round profiles, especially. Oh, you know what you can do actually. Now this is a humongous baluster. This is quite fun. So for example, I have this rail. This is supposed to be a railing, but I think I should do a baluster. This is a humongous baluster, but if I do it like, let's say I do it tiny teeny mini. So I do it something like, let's see. I got really excited to try this, and yeah, let's see. So I'm gonna do this lower base, but I think it should be, oh, it's 2 point, no, it should be like 0.8 meters, and then 0 point, it should be 80 meters, let's say 60 millimeters. And when I do my profile, this should be around, maybe just like this. And now I play a bit around, let's let's say I have something like this, and then I drag it a bit. I will compile some sort of form. I haven't done this before. This is the first time I ever tried to do a baluster because I wasn't interested, but this would be a very practical application for you. So I'm going to show you, because you don't necessarily have to use the tool to know what you can do with the tool. So yeah, this looks kind of weird, so I will adjust it and maybe add a straight components, let's say. And yeah, let's see, maybe I do something like this, and maybe I extend, let's say, the base and have some sort of capital. I don't even know. It will not be very artistic, but it will be some sort of proof of concept, I guess. Where's the problem? Yeah, this is the problem. And the problem is that it isn't aligned with the axis. So I might as well move it something like this. And I suppose this thing should work. And shorten the axis, and then I think, yeah, I sort of have my baluster. It looks really ugly, but it works. And that should supposedly go, so as it is tiny teeny mini, that should supposedly go here. Let me see. Yeah, it is around just right. And yeah, let's say I nearly placed it. I put myself onto the top view, and it a bit disappeared, but it's right there. So yeah, that looks good enough, but I'll adjust the profile because it looks very crappy. Let's check balusters. So let's check a design. Yeah, I have this type of balusters. Okay, so I have a base, I have some from here, and then this onion shape or whatever shape. Yeah, let me try. Why not? So I have a small, let's say I have a small base over here. Then I think I should decrease the radius or something. I don't know if I can actually do it. Let's say I do something like this. This is a small radius stuff. And then I think I do something like this, very large in radius, something like this, and maybe something like this. And then I'm freestyle on here, honestly. And yeah, let's say we have some sort of shape, but it's kind of small, so I think I'm gonna scale it a bit vertically. Yeah, it's a bit too big, but we'll play around. Yeah. So and so. Like this. I don't have exact dimensions, so I'll adjust on the way. Yeah, it's a bit too big, so I think I have to redo it. Like this. Maybe like this. And then that great arch of Constantine the Emperor can be done. Yes, something like this, let's say. I have a straight line over here, and then I have another arch in here, and that should be okay. I did it too big. Let's say like this, and then I don't really have a shape, so I'm just improvising at this point, but it will be for your benefit to play around and see new stuff that you can do. Yeah, and I have this, let's say, straight profile, and maybe something like this, and I think that should be it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's delete these 3 lines. Great, we have this. Okay, let's shorten the axis. Okay, we have a line left to do. Redo the arch because it's too large. Something like this. Looks okay. And yeah, let's see, how does it look? Not that bad, not that bad. Actually, it's kind of fat. Yeah, let's make it a bit slimmer, more slender. So I basically move everything more to the center, something like this. All the fatties. Actually, it doesn't look so bad, my boy. Yeah, it could look a bit more slender. So, for example, here this part is too wide, and maybe I can do it something like this, and then I have an arch right here, and I can delete this part. And let's see, maybe here do it a bit less wide, something like this, maybe upwards, rightwards, and then upwards again. And yeah, let's check. Actually does not look that bad. I'll make this thing a bit more narrow. Yeah. Almost looks like a wooden baluster for a wooden staircase. Yeah, this looks kind of good. What do you think? Yeah, it really looks very fancy, I would say, and I think I would copy it just for you to see. And I think I go on to the top view, and do some sort of array because I want to have some fun. Let's do an array. We put, let's say, 20. I have 20 balusters which look absolutely wonderful. Yeah, yeah, this looks great. Wow. Actually, I have never done it because wasn't interested really into this detail. But yeah, you can do it. As you can see, you can do it. It looks extraordinary. Yeah, with this humble tool, see, you can do many things. So, thank you for your attention. You basically mastered this tool. I have experimented with you with playing around, seeing what this profile can do, and it can do many things. So try it out and have fun. You don't always have to be so serious. So have fun and enjoy modeling. See you in the next tutorial.